G'day. Today we're in the city of Melbourne. We're going to do some candid street photography with the Sony ZV1 and flash. Hopefully we'll bump into a photographer or two. That'll help with my motivation. Set the shutter speed to 1/500th of a second and we'll leave the aperture at f4 and on auto ISO, and we're using multi-metering for the lighting, and we'll give that a go and we can see what kind of shots that we get. Yeah. There you go. Street photographer, have a good day. Street photographer, have a good day. So we're getting a few good shots. Though I must admit, candid street photography is difficult when you're not used to the hunting style of street photography. What do you prefer, fishing or hunting? Let me know in the comments section below. Thanks. Street photography is addictive. Seen the light on that there, and I'm going to film myself from this side, see? So hopefully I get that light there, see, from across the road. Light? Yeah, I can get a photo of you. I'll just get my camera out. Oh, look at that. Oh, very good. Very good? Very good. You on Instagram? Give you a shout out on Instagram. Ready? Last one. Same clothes, exactly same. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, very good. This is a stage shot, guys. It's not candid, okay? I expose for the highlights, 1/400th of a second, f5.6 ISO is set to 160. Street photographer, have a good day. I got the power set to quarter power. Unfortunately, he looked the other way, so that's the shot we got. But that's staged. Problem is with this style of street photography, if you look in a particular direction, the people around you also look in that direction. Some say, don't look at your subject doing street photography. It can work against you too, because when you look off into another direction, so does everyone else around you, as I just said. We'll try again, but we've got to be a little more sneaky. And the way we'll do that is we'll just have a look over here. Street photographer. Hey. The problem is that even that lady caught on to me because she's looking in the opposite direction too. There must be the Irish flag over there. Hey. Let's try again. Hey, street photographer, have a good day. That one worked, but he was aware of me. So whether you call that staged or you call that real street photography, well, intentionally it was supposed to be real street photography, but reality is it was staged and he was onto me, but I might be able to get away with it here because I'll drop into the corner here and we'll try something like that so you can see what's going on. So just pretend I'm looking at the camera and I'll bring the camera up. There you go, we've got something. Here's another chance. We'll just try again. I'll bring the power up a little bit more because I don't think the flash was powerful enough. And again, I'll drop back into the corner. It's pretty sneaky, isn't it? And we'll try again. Street photographer, have a good day. Alright, try one more time. One more time. Street photographer, have a good day. They're not bad shots, although it's a bit dark, so I'm going to lower the aperture because the aperture will make the flash a little brighter too. So I've dropped it to f5 from 5.6 and I'll just raise the camera up. Street photographer, have a good day. Oh, one more time. Street photographer. Hey. Street photographer, have a good day. Cheers. Yeah, there you go. So we've got some beauties. Yeah, as you can see on the screen now. Another good source of inspiration that I haven't mentioned for street photography is listening to photography podcasts. There's quite a few really good ones. If you're wondering where we are, we're in Little Collins Street. I'm going to get a coffee and a bagel at 5 Points across the road there. It's one of my favourite cafes to grab a coffee doing street photography in Melbourne. Yeah. Thank you guys. To be brutally honest guys, street photography, in my opinion, is candidly capturing pictures of people going about their business in the street. That's true street photography. I may be wrong, but that's what I think. Yeah. But that doesn't necessarily mean that's the only form of street photography. My favourite style of street photography is setting up the shot. Well, not necessarily the subject, but my lighting. I look for the scene first, and then I try and add artificial light around the scene. Get a few street portraits on that with their hair like that, and I'll just take a shot. Cool, and bring your hands up to your cheeks in different pose, and then I'll go back. I like your boots. I'm going to get your boots too. Is that all right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, cool. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh wow, and I'll come a bit closer. Beautiful, and I'll go back a bit and a bit further. Oh, that's lovely. And one more. Professional models. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Cool.
That's alright.
One more. Do one last one. Thank you very much. I'll get one of you too. Beautiful. Yeah, cutie.
Oh, that's cute. Thank you.
I'm doing street photography at the top end of Melbourne in Spring Street, and I come across another photographer. He's got a nice exotic camera on him, and I pulled him up and I had a chat with him. He's a nice guy, and maybe we'll ask him some questions. What's your name firstly?
Oh, well, thanks for having me on your video here. First of all, good afternoon guys. My name is Alberto. Yeah, just wandering around today, taking a few shots.
Cool. And I noticed your camera immediately, Alberto. Being an exotic camera, you wouldn't hold it up and
Yeah, sure.
just show everyone what you got there.
This is the Contax G2. It's on loan, it's not actually mine, so if anyone sees me on the streets and I don't have this camera, it's just on loan. I'm just using it to practice with at the moment from my mate.
Cool. And what do you normally shoot with, Alberto?
So I'm a rangefinder guy, so usually I do shoot film predominantly, but usually I have a Leica M4P. In my opinion, it's actually the nicest Leica, better than the M6, for multiple reasons, but that's my go-to usually.
That's interesting. I'll get into that a little bit deeper in a minute. And you mentioned the film. What's your favourite film?
Oh, so right now in the summer, especially during we're past the holiday period now, but when we had a lot of the wreaths and the red for Christmas, I really liked Colour Plus during that time. So for me, colour will be Colour Plus, black and white will be HP5.
That's very interesting. HP5 is a good black and white
and
Ilford, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's just nice to develop at home as well.
Oh, you do your own developing?
Yeah, for black and white I do.
Oh, cool.
Like the Kodak black and whites, they just get a bit more sticky and mucky. But I just like the way the water runs off of the Ilford films. Oh, so much nicer.
Is that right? Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
I'm
so much
mainly
nicer.
shooting digital, so
Yeah.
I don't get to experience that very much. And what's the main stuff you like to photograph?
Well, I like to go to different areas in Melbourne. So I work in Dandenong, so I take a lot of photos there, mostly street. But I'm going into a bit of like surrealist right now as well.
Okay.
So I do a few photo projects. I have an interesting one on Sunday where I did a paper mache of a friend. So it's like a clone of them.
That's
So
interesting.
leaning more into surrealism and street. And if I combine the two, like if I find something surrealist on the street, I love that.
Yeah,
I really love that.
That's really nice. Do you have a favourite photographer or artist that you like to follow online?
Well, I like Andre Wagner a lot. I like how he documents the people, his community, and I like how he stuck to pretty much one lens, one film for his whole career. That's really respectable to me. But I also like Soul Lighter as well.
Soul Lighter, like lots of colour.
Yeah, the colour and the use of
Compressed-
zoom lenses
yeah.
and reflections. Just something you don't see a lot anymore.
No, that's
Straight.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple others that did something. Fred Herzog, he's got nice. Yeah, Fred.
Yeah.
Yeah, like his work. I think it might have been the film that they used in the day to produce those sort of colours that you
Oh,
see.
like the positive film.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, the slide film.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
That's really good. And the Leica MP4,
Yeah, M4P.
M4P, sorry.
Yeah.
What lens do you have on the front of that one?
I have a 35 Summicron V4, the King of Bokeh one, the one that's really hyped up.
Wow.
I just upgraded. I had a V3 for the longest time, and then my friend had the V4, and so I just gave him a bit of top up in payment, and then we just swapped over. They're pretty much the same lens. I just like the square hood on the V4 a bit more, and it's a bit sharper around the edges.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
And do you have any other lenses in mind to get in the future for your Leica?
But I'll see where we go. I do want to get maybe like a 90. Oh, there's like a 21. Do you know that? There's a really nice 21 I want to get. I think the dream one was that Konica 2135. Have you seen that one?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
I'll look it up.
There's a really nice Konica. There's only 800 ever made.
All right.
And it's a dual focal length, so it's a 28.
Okay.
Or, no, sorry, a 21 or 35. But they're quite expensive and quite rare, but that would be my dream lens.
All right. And you put it on to the Leica with a...
No, it's native M mount.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't know that.
It's a
Yeah,
beautiful
that's good.
lens.
And how does your Leica, shooting your Leica, the experience of shooting it, compared to the Contax?
The Konica,
Yeah,
the
Contax.
Contax.
Yeah.
Well, the Contax is not a rangefinder, really. It does have manual focus options, but it's not really good. It's more of like a point and shoot, but you can set some settings. Like I said, I'm just using it because I'm shooting a concert soon where I probably won't be able to see the rangefinder patch in the dark.
Yeah, that's
so I want
good.
something that's a bit more auto for that event.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And all right, well, I might let you get on with it. And where do
Sure.
you post your work, if you don't mind me asking?
So right now, just on Instagram. So
I'll get your Instagram handle.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
put it in the
Yeah,
video,
sounds
guys,
good.
and you guys can go over and check out his work.
really.
Cool.
Really?
What do we call yourself on Instagram?
So it's
Alberto?
Photo Walk, but it's not spelt photo in the traditional way. It's spelled POHTOWALK. So Poto Walk.
Cool. All right, guys. So you should see the link in the description below and also in the video. Get over and check out Alberto's work. Well, thanks for your time today, Alberto.
Absolutely, thank you.
Yeah, and catch you next time. Peace. This style of photography is my favourite, using flash. I have so much fun using flash in the street. Yeah, and I like to mix it in with ambient light. Across the road there, that's beautiful. Like, yeah, see? But the vehicles are pulling up and it spoils the scene, but that light is beautiful. And if I could work in my own lighting with that lighting, that would make for an awesome picture. If I could create a picture here, I'd put someone in the foreground right here, like where I've got my coffee cup, and then there wouldn't be a vehicle across the road, hopefully. And then what I would do, I'd put the flash on again. I'll handhold in this instance, and I would put the flash on low power somewhere about here, and I would take a shot like this. There you go. But I would try and get my light on the opposite side, like that. Maybe even further around, like that. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, that's nice. What do you think? Just with the flash over there. It's too bad that vehicle's parked in front of the store. Plenty of places to shoot in Melbourne. Come on, let's move on. This is a beautiful scene. I love this scene. I think it looks really nice. I love the shape of the tree on the ground. Yeah, I don't like shooting from behind like that. Beautiful. There you go, we've got one. That's about it, I think. We'll get our light and move on. How you going, guys? I noticed that you're coming down the street with a couple of cameras. Yep. You're obviously photographers.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, so if you don't mind me asking, I'll start with you. What's your name and what gear you're packing, and what do you like shooting?
My name is Mika. I just recently picked up this Fujifilm X100S because I heard a lot of good things about it. Thought it's great for street photography, so I'm just testing it out for the first time today. And generally, I do all sorts of photography, anything from landscapes to cars to people. Yeah, I try to do a bit of everything.
Excellent, that's pretty cool. And yeah, the S, I had the V, and it's basically the same camera apart from the lens.
Yeah.
And they both have leaf shutters in, and I'm a big advocate of leaf shutters. And you've got a really powerful camera there. Yeah, it's a good camera. Yeah, that's really
Very
good.
Beautiful.
Do you have an Instagram account?
Yeah, I do. It's at mika.wilhelms.
Okay, cool, guys. If you get a chance, get over and check out his work, and you might follow him too. And you, mate, if you don't mind me asking, what's your name?
My name is Mich, and today I'm shooting on my Olympus EM5, which is the Mark I generation.
Right.
It's a 2012 version, and I'm shooting with a 1965 Barolino wide-angle, I think 35mm. It's an M42 lens from the mid-60s. It was made in West Germany, and it's really good because the crop factor means it's basically a 50mm equivalent. My usual lens on it's a bit more tight, so when I'm doing street photography, it's a bit trickier.
Yeah, that's true. And what do you like shooting?
Real life photography, so I'm really like steam trains and
cool.
old trains and stuff like that, so the city's got plenty to pick from in that variety.
You'll have to get down to Williamstown.
Oh, I'm there every other week.
Oh, yeah? Oh, okay, you know about it then, yeah.
Yeah.
And occasionally they have steam train runs too, don't they, somewhere?
Yeah, I try and make sure I'm always out and about when they're running.
You've probably seen the Puffin Billy and the Dandenongs.
Yeah, well, I try and go there when it's a bit quiet, otherwise there's a lot of tourists, but it makes for some nice pictures.
Yeah, that's true. You like capturing the steam, I take it, coming out of the engines. And...
Well, I like trying to do very kind of atmospheric and authentic photos with steam trains.
Yes.
So I like to pick certain areas that have old stations, maybe the overhead wires of the original ones. I like to make sure it feels very much of the period.
Yes.
So I also do a lot of film photography for that reason too, to make it really feel kind of grounded in that period. Yeah, I even try and use cameras that are older than the steam train that I'm seeing, so it makes sense to have that camera when it was there. So ages ago, I was shooting on a 100-year-old camera with an engine that was only 60 years old. That really made sense.
Yeah, that's true. And what film camera have you got?
I've got a couple. My usual one is a SI Pentax Spotmatic.
Okay,
that tends to be my go-to, but I have a lot of cameras that I picked up and I'm starting to test and kind of work my way through. That's why I've got a film camera lens today. This one's just...
Yeah, it's an exotic lens, that one.
Yeah, it's a bit of a... No one really tends to have one of these, so it's nice to kind of carry around. A lens you don't see that often.
Yeah, and the X100 S, it's another... Yeah, very good camera too. And all right, guys, well, I'll let you get on with it. And Mitch, do you have an Instagram account? I'll give you a shout out too.
Sure, I'm at Chinon Enthusiast.
Oh, Chinon Man, eh? Okay.
Yeah, that's where I started off at.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, thanks for your time today. You don't necessarily have to do candid street photography. You just do street photography. Yeah. Doesn't really matter what other people think, as long as you're happy with your photograph. For me, is I'm having fun with my camera gear. And that's the takeaway I'd like you to leave with. Get your camera and go have fun. So in the next video, we might go out with the Sony A7 IV and the 85mm 1.8 lens. Or we could shoot the Olympus OM1 and a roll of film. If you've got any suggestions, please leave them in the comments section below. Thanks. I think it's time for me to head home now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.